Hello everyone and welcome back for some more No Suit Survival. As you can see, I have figured out how to fully do all these LCDs finally, and wow, that took a crazy amount of effort. I will admit, this script is a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be, so it's really customizable and it has some preloads. So what I did is I ended up using a preload for it, which I think is propulsion. So you go in here, fancy flight info, you put in the name of your screen, what the number is, and then you just add this preload, and then it fills in all of these different things for you, which each one of these like little paragraphs corresponds to an individual element on that screen. So the blue square on the background of that energy symbol, the blue square in the back of that oxygen symbol, that text with lift, text with gravity, the box around the gravity amount, and the box around the lift amount, etc., etc. And it is very complicated. So this one here is a stopping distance screen, which I set up myself without using a preload. So as you can see here, just to get this simple stopping distance screen going on here, it has like, what's that, 6 different elements to it. So background, what the maximums are, where it goes, what its colors are, you name it. Wow, it took me ages to set this all up, but it should be all good to go. So I think there's a couple spaces in here where I can cram an extra thruster or two. I think directly underneath here, this is a free spot for a thruster, which I could for some extra forward thrust, and from some testing I did, that should be just enough to leave Triton at vanilla speeds. So that's something I want to put in, and I am just gonna have a quick look through here to see if there's anywhere else I can stick an extra upwards thruster or two, an ion, because if there is, I've got one in here, and I wonder if I could put one here. So that would be changed to a ion thruster, and then it needs to go down 2 blocks, and then it needs 2 blocks again. So well, I'd have to get rid of this one here, and this one here, and then the thruster would be this block and that block. Okay, so it wouldn't fit in there. I wonder if I can cram one in the back here. So we change this to a thruster, and that one would be a thruster block, and then we remove that one and that one, which does look plausible. I wonder if I could do that. I don't think the button would be like sitting on anything technically, because this would be like an open cavity. But my idea there is, I think if I have like just maybe 1 or 2 more ion thrusters, if I can find somewhere to put them, like this is potentially a spot where I could put one. Yeah, because that ion thruster has attachment points there and there. So if I remove, I'd have to put some extra panels in here, but I could remove like this block, and then I could fit a thruster there and then another one on the other side. That would give us 2 extra upward ions, and I think if I did that, the shuttle would have just barely enough thrust to hover around on the moon without needing to use its main thrusters. But I mean, that is a pretty niche scenario. When am I gonna fly this thing over to a moon? But I would like it to have some more functionality, so maybe we'll see if we can do that when we take it back down to Triton. So what I'm going to do is I am going to head on back home, and you can see we've got all these scripts running now. So we've got our stopping distance, and we've got like the power output of our batteries and our reactors and that little graph there. So we've got some cool stuff going there, and battery percentage is going down because I have my reactors off, I believe. Yes, I do. Oh, and I should set up my control panels here. So let me just do that. So now each seat should be pretty much set up the same. So we can turn our reactors back on, and then they'll start charging up our battery if we want to, but should be okay to fly on batteries alone. So in theory, I should be able to take a... Well, actually, I'll take a blueprint when I've done all the extra fiddling around with the thrusters. So I want to head for that space location, but that guppy is probably going to be in the way. I can't tell if it's flying away or if it's just hovering around here. Suppose we can aim out this way. Take a bit of a circuitous route, but we'll get there in the end. So what I need to do, let's check our parachutes. We have got canvases. Our auto deploy is active. And we're ready to open and close. Okay, so we should just be able to hop on back down to our main base here. So we line ourselves up with the... Oh, and it's impossible to see the horizon right now because we're not actually in the gravity well, so let's just move ourselves down and we'll just coast on down to the ground. So yeah, that's my plan for this week's content. So we'll build a rocket silo in the next one, and then we'll do a bunch of grinding in this. Depending on how much time I have, I could also do some more work on other stuff. So finishing off some of the projects. So if I end up having a whole bunch of steel plates and whatnot from doing all this grinding, I might be able to construct the rest of my hangar area, so doing the walls and the roof on that. I want to get some more parts on the base done. That's my current priority. So once I've got all the base stuff done, I can work on our final big ship that we're going to take to another planet. So our eventual to Mars vehicle. That's going to be quite exciting. I'm going to build that with all sorts of bits and bobs like gravity drives and whatnot. It's primarily going to be vertically lifted by either some large atmos or some large hydrogen thrusters. I haven't decided on it just yet. I'll turn on my reverse thrust so I'm not drifting. Yeah, so it's going to have a whole bunch of really strong upwards power. So whether I do that with atmospherics or hydrogen, I'm not sure. If I put in hydrogen, I'd have to have extra hydrogen tank storage, but if I do atmospherics, it can guide itself. I suppose the real question will be, the only planet in the vanilla solar system that has a gravity well and no atmosphere is the moon. So in theory, if my big ship can hold itself up in a gravity well with its gravity drive, so in the moon's gravity well we're talking here, it shouldn't really need any hydrogen thrusters. So basically it'll just take off of a planet like a helicopter or a VTOL, just fly straight up into the sky. Although actually, come to think of it, the atmospherics will cut out, won't they? Yeah, so it's I'm being silly. It's gonna have to be hydrogen thrusted, obviously, for it to even achieve escape on a gravity well. So it's not like ions where it becomes. The gravity drive isn't like ions where it becomes efficient as you go up. So, yeah, that's alright. We will do hydrogen in the long term. Whoop. And there goes our parachute. stopping us very abruptly. I'm sure a normal human would die instantly from that kind of G-force, but we're built different. So let's get down into our hangar area. And I can have a look at my ion system here to do some little bit of tweaking and get some more power out of it. So we'll park on over here. Right, well we have some nice conveyor access and a little bit of light. So we're just going to, we need to be able to access the bottom. So I might lift it up a little bit like this. Then that can just sort of hover there. And we will hit our door. It's going to lift it up a little bit, but that's okay. So can I get under there? I can. Right, so I'm going to put in some ions in here. Yeah, that should be right. Okay. We can hop in and out, easy peasy. Cool. So we'll just leave that there. So what do we want to do now? We can either build our teleport pad, or we can do some grinding. I think I'll do the teleport pad idea first. So we'll bring that up here, somewhere where our rocket can carry it. And I've done a little bit of painting around here, make it all blend in with the terrain a little bit better. Yeah, because I've got a magnetic plate on the bottom of that, so I can just carry it in the rocket. So what do we need? We need a survival kit and a medium cargo container to like store all of our tools and whatnot when we want to teleport, in quotation marks. So we'll start with a landing gear, which we can't do because safe zone. I keep forgetting about that. So where is my hinge? We'll call our teleport beacon. And we should be able to just chop that off and take it wherever we want. And I'll leave that there in case I need to build anything else. And we do need to get it to turn off its magnetic plates, so magnetic plates, auto lock on off, and then just unlock it. So that's ready to go. So if I like, now what do I need to do? I need to take it over and then take the rocket and then die and then spawn back here. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to put my stuff somewhere. So maybe I'll put a, I've got a little bit of damage here. I'll put a little cargo container next to my medical room down here. That way I can just store all my stuff at this base. I'll keep that separate from the rest of the grid so it doesn't get auto-sorted. So in here we'll just chuck all of our stuff. And then we should just be able to hit die and then teleport back up to our teleport beacon. Alright, teleport beacon, yep, there we go. And then we can go and pick this stuff up. So yeah, I'll just use the main cockpit here. So we need to get our magnetic plates named. So this here is the underside. I think there's one more on the top, so that should be the only other magnetic plate on here. So yeah, that should be the top side. Okay, so we can add that to our hotbar here. So magnetic plate, top side and underside. Have a switch lock button on that. So we can unattach and reattach stuff there. Okay, so let's go and pick this little teleport beacon up and go for a ride. There we go. Okay, so which station do we go with? I guess we'll go with the DVEX station. That's probably fine. So let's cruise on over to that. Okay, so it's locked. That means our cargo is connected and we can just teleport back over here and start filling it up. So we've got like 8 million credits on us, so all we're going to try doing is just filling it up with iron, really. So yeah, we'll just buy all the iron ore, and we'll get a little bit of uranium for good measure. So then when that resets, we'll just come back here. So let's check out the positioning of our survival kit here. Oh. Well, I did something dumb. I can't pick that up now. Because I can't use my magnetic plate. Right? Yeah. Whoops. Well, it's a pretty simple design. I'm sure I can just... well, maybe I might be able to roll it or something out of there. So roll it off of here, bump it onto the ice, and then roll it out there and then pick it up if I need to get another one. But I could even possibly take a blueprint of it. Although I don't think you can do blueprints in safe zones, so... Oh, inside an NPC one, so yeah, no. Okay. What was it? No, we can't. Okay. So, we'll just leave that there, and then we will die. So can we go to that survival kit? Where is our teleport beacon? Yeah, we can just appear here whenever we want. Cool. Gonna leave a whole bunch of bodies. So we're gonna go back to our base 2. I should change that medical room name. This can be our Triton main base. Oh, wow, my key's not working today. There we go. So was my... No, my skin wasn't messed up or anything. So what we'll do is... we can chuck these into a cargo container. We're going to get a surplus of weird superfluous tools, I think. And then we'll just grab all this stuff out in a nice manner that makes sense. So we'll grab our like food and water and our waste. Oh, whoops. Oh, I should have put the tool in here. Dang it. Yeah, tool. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. Oh, and I have to... Oh, dang. I didn't realize that the tool switcher would do that. I'll have to set it up each time. Oh well. Oh, that's... I can't tell if that's going to bug me or not. It's probably going to bug me. Minor inconveniences. Okay, so teleport beacon is done, so we can go and restock whenever. So now we want to build our grinding thing. So I'm going to go down and go get the hustle, because I'm probably going to need that to weld up this whole thing. Wherever I'm going to probably just build it on the snow over there, where I've got nice room. I think I could probably build it so that it fits through the hangar here. And that way I suppose I can chuck it in a bay. I guess that makes sense, although... maybe I can have it like opposite the Cyclops. Might as well put it in the hangar here. I've got so much room, I might as well just chuck stuff in here. No, I can't build off of... I could actually just build off of this grid itself, couldn't I? And then just chop it off. So let's start with a light armor block. We're going to need some scaffolds around here, or it's probably going to be easiest just to do this in the hustle, because these blocks are going to be really big. We're going to need a large cargo container. We can go with the industrial one. And why can't I? Is it just not have it doesn't have an attachment point there, okay. It's going to have a connector on the back probably. We're going to put grinders on the underneath. So if we go with our cargo container here, then we can have a how big are the large Atmos? Very big. How much thrust? 16.8 megawatts, and it produces 6.4 megawatts, and this is half a megawatt. No, meganewton, sorry. Kilonewtons and meganewtons, there we are. So I would need like 10 of these to equal one of these. It's an interesting spot for conveyor. Oh, that's right, this cargo container's got connection points on the corners, but not anywhere else for some bizarre reason. Want enough room. Is one large atmospheric thruster going to be enough to lift the whole thing? It's going to be grinding an absolute ton. We could do a little bit of a test, so I'm going to give myself one block of clearance, but I'll do it with a conveyor junction because that is a conveyor port there. Then we'll chuck our thruster on that. So that way we can pipe down to any of the grinders if we need to, which we'll put on the bottom there. So we'll lift it up and then attach the grinders. So the thruster's not going to be in the way of any of the grinders. And we need a control area and then directional thrusters. So we just grab a control seat, or cockpit actually. So that way we can keep it nice and pressurized, I guess. Oh, never mind. Why isn't there a large one on the back? Oh, that's right, because it's got a door. I think that one's got one on the top. We could place one like that. Pipe it up that way. So we'll use a junction just for the attachment points. Or I could use like the pipe variant. Go conveyor pipes. So we've got like the cross-sectional one. So we're not going to need a forwards facing one, are we? Oh no, it needs to, yeah, okay. It needs to connect into that, so yeah. No, I am being silly again, okay. So we've got that. We can have forwards, backwards, and sideways thrusters on like the top. Some gyros. So do we even need that? Maybe we don't even need that. Well, that gives us attachment points for like spotlights and an air vent. Something. Or even a connector. So we can have a connector on the front. So that is how we will attach back to our base. We'll be able to fit it in this room. We'll just need to have a higher connection point for it, because that's going to be grinders there. Okay, so I'm going to use the hustle to start welding some of this stuff up. And then we just need to put in our thrusters. We can use that as an attachment point, can't we? Yeah. So have some forwards. We can even make it sort of symmetrical. So if we go battery on either side of that as well, we can then have our thrusters going like this. That should still be able to fairly happily connect up to anything. And then we just need some sideways. That's not right, is it? New. Let me switch that off and spin that around. I think I'm going to need an extra attachment point in there. Oh, I could just chuck them on top of the battery, couldn't I? Could have something like this. That make it unnecessarily wide though. Where else could I put stuff? It'd be the same width, wouldn't it? Yeah. Can't put anything on top of that, can I? Nope. So we've got... Yeah, and then we'll have two on either side. Okay. That'll do it. So let's get that stuff welded up. So we'll have one there. One there. Leaving that middle slot for anything else. Maybe, I don't know, probably need another gyroscope or something. Wouldn't hurt. That should be all the thrust we need, I hope. A big ass behemoth of a machine there. Okay. So now we need a place to park this. I could even put a programmable block on there. Actually, I might want to put a programmable block somewhere for my Excavos. I'll probably put that where the remote control is. Seems reasonable. Let's just no, let's not have it resting on its stuff. We'll just park it here. Hop out. Reactors don't look quite right, do they? Oh well. Super salvager. Okay, so now that that is done, I am going to... How much do these reactors put out? It's currently outputting its maximum, so if I like turn the batteries on charge, can I? Yeah, I can fly on the power of the reactors alone. So we can recharge our batteries while we're flying around. So the question is, am I slightly too big to fly out here? No, I can just barely do it. Just barely, okay. Right, let's go test how much this thing can carry. Let's try cleaning up the Reaver wreck first. Turn the grinders on. See how much of this we can carry. That should be a bit quicker than using the Cyclops. Oh yeah, way faster. Might need to make my... It's just those, it fits just barely without those extra upwards atmos. So, we'll see. We'll see if... I have a feeling like the extra thrust is probably going to be pretty necessary. But we'll see how we go. If I end up not needing them, I can just chop them off. And that'll make me fit in the hangar a little bit better. Well, no, I might even be able to... Where am I? 50%? Oh yeah, I probably won't be able to pick up the Achilles in the same trip. Probably wouldn't be terribly safe either. Might just be smart to unload and then do another trip. I am also mindful that I'm running entirely on reactor power right now. I don't have my batteries. Get rid of this bit. This bit's got batteries on it, so it won't get deleted. All the other stuff that's rolling down, I'm pretty sure is unpowered, so it'll get cleaned up at some point. I won't have to worry about it. Just gonna get as much of these parts as I can reasonably get. That's some batteries there, so they're important. Oh, I don't have any forwards thrust unless I'm horizontal now. Okay, well, I mean, that's reasonably cleaned up. The gyroscope's a good bit of steel plate though, so I won't leave that. Just grab some of this last stuff. Then we'll head on back. Or am I too big? Or do I just fit? Oh! Oh, I just barely fit. How about that? Just gotta wiggle my thrusters in underneath that. There we go. Okay, and we'll line ourselves up. Connect. Turn our batteries to recharge. Okay, inventory. Oh, whoops. Need to give that some other marker. Maybe just like SSS. That work? Yes, that works. So we can just go into either CC3 or CC4 and offload everything like that. I even picked up some ice. Cool. So that is a... Yeah, that's a good first run. So we can do a little bit of a paint job on it. It's all sorts of stuff. And what I'll do, while that's just charging up, I can go and do a little teleport trip. Let's just put the hustle in here. Quickly offload all of our stuff. Hop on over to the trade station. Teleport beacon. You know what? Maybe this might be a good picture for the episode. I don't know. Oh, that's using all its fuel. Wait, why isn't that? Why isn't that locked? Does it automatically unlock after some time, I wonder? That's a bit annoying. Ugh, I have to leave its dampeners off, I think. Oh, no. No proper iron. That's sad. Bummer. That is the most bootleg thing ever. I did turn its thrusters off, didn't I? Teleport. Oh, at least its dampeners aren't on. Pretty sure. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Should be good to go back to the base. And I guess the rocket's just gonna like slip onto the ground, but that'll be alright. You can just hop down and then reconnect it each time. Go back to our Triton base here. Is this fixable or is it completely balked? It's missing 2 of its legs. I mean... it's not like not fixable. But I would have to build... I'd have to just quickly build like a hangar or something to cram it in. Really? I'd need to like, I don't know, dig a massive hole out here. And then just fly it in with something. Pick it up in, I don't know, my rocket maybe. No, I think I will grind it down. My super salvager looks super boring in comparison. I really need to give it a paint job. Those blocks are so heavy, they just like kill everything when they fall. Run right through it. Oh, I hate to see that. That's such a waste of plates. Raider drop pod, but I don't think with their little handguns, I don't think they can really do any damage to me. They aren't a threat. I might even be able to just fly over them and grind them down. Where's that pod here? Let me just fly over here and grind this thing down. You guys even do anything to me, or are you just gonna get grinded? Gonna try and shoot me. Ah, that's annoying. Alright. Let's lure them back to the base where they'll just get taken out by my turrets. Damaged spotlight and some grinders. That's not a big deal. Oh, the spotlight I lost is my forward one. That's annoying. Don't think my turrets are getting any of them. The turrets really struggle to get those raiders, don't they? I definitely don't want my cockpit taken out. Let's just bring it up here. Do some quick repairs. Oh wow, that is laggy. And what? I turned off my grinders, come on. Stop. Why? The one I just rolled it up. You can't turn them off. Ugh. Ah. Can't turn them off and they're busted. It's so annoying. So what I'll do here is, because it's being so laggy right now, give it a reload, then I'll finish grinding down the Achilles and we'll get working on our next project, which is what's going to be our next project? It's either going to be completing the hangar or rocket. I think I might complete the hangar first. Get some of the main base stuff done. Yeah, I'll do as much of the work on the main base as I can. How about that? So we can maybe do that lounge area I was talking about. Maybe touch up the elevator a bit. And then in a later episode, then we can do our rocket silo. And we can even build our cable car over to that rocket silo. I like that idea. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, that'll be the... I'll see you on the weekend for completing up the base. So until then, I'll see you later everyone.